on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I said it. Johnny's the biggest hypochondriac on the planet.
Mm-hmm. Super hypochondriac. What's that song? Mary Poppins? Super hypochondriac. Expialidocious.
Yeah.
I heard that movie's racist.
They all are now, right?
Yeah. Thank you, Disney. Great. All right. What do you call it? Hangouts is coming to an end because every time I use this, features are just going away left and right.
Are they're taking away features now?
Yeah. Like I can't see anymore how many people are in the room anymore.
Really?
What?
Doesn't show me anymore. Yeah. So I don't even know if anyone's even here. I can't
36 people.
Oh, wow. Man. Hey, everybody, this is Johnny Beane. It is 5:13 p.m., February 12th, Telecaster Tuesday of 2019. You guys, it's almost the future. David Nesdahl is sanitizing himself.
Yes.
There he is. What were you touching? Why?
Nothing. I just like the smell of the sanitizer. This sanitizer. It's Bath and Body Works.
Stress relief. Sure, that's never mind.
Where are you putting that stuff?
Yeah. Never mind. I gotta stop. How's everybody doing tonight, huh?
Right on the tip of my
Oh, we're live. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, Jay.
Hey, Johnny. Hi, Dave.
Hi.
Man. Yeah. Welcome, everybody. Let's see. Who's in here? Motor City Axeman. Hello. R2R3. Locky Nut. I Rock the Blues. Hello. Welcome. Music Therapy. Mr. BHB. Is that Bruce? I think it might be. Shauna? Hey, there is a sauna too, right?
Like
Sonia.
a sauna in here.
Sonia and Sean.
I was gonna say Sonia Marie sings. Welcome. GTV, Guitar TV. Welcome, dude. Vincent, Frank C, Jason Wade, Asterisk, Jason Wade, Asterisk. There it is. Jim Nicholas.
Asterisk? What is it?
Tor Tuesday says. Jim Nicholas. Brendan B squared. Welcome.
Butt cheeks.
Someone stole my neck. Huh? oh, you mean the guitar? Oh, I have to look.
Yeah, you almost have the what is it called?
The bum?
No, who doesn't have electricity?
Oh.
The Amish. You almost have the Amish.
Oh, well, that was me the other day. I was Amish.
No electricity?
No electricity. No. Yeah. No internet. I had no internet for 24 hours, you guys.
Man.
What
did you do with yourself?
If I was going to say, if you had a choice between having no power for 24 hours, but you still had internet and a computer or a phone to be on, or you had power but no internet for 24 hours, I think nowadays most people would choose having internet.
And you're talking like dial-up internet?
No,
is that or you mean
today's internet?
Full blown.
What would you rather have? Power and no internet, or internet and no power?
I'd rather have the power.
You have the power. Johnny would choose the power.
Yeah, you sit here. I was sitting here in the dark. Until 11 o'clock at night or whatever.
I'm waiting for the answers to go into the.
I don't know. Well, I mean, if you're using 3G or whatever, unless you have unlimited data, which I don't.
Unlimited data.
You're burning through all your internet?
Well, I'm talking like just hypothetical. I'm not talking about all the details of like, oh, well, if it's this speed and that speed. No, I'm talking about the internet that you have normally.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I thought you were talking about, okay, you can either have power, you can have lights, or you can go back to AOL, you know, dial up.
No.
That's what I thought you meant.
Wasn't it the worst when like you're on dial up and you connect to AOL and then somebody in the house picks up the phone? It's the worst.
Yeah, it's like they pick up the phone. Where is it? It's like they pick up the phone. I'm gonna call grandma. Hey, what is that?
Yeah.
Johnny, get off that website.
It's already taken long enough to load up all these thumbnails. And now you just slowed it up even more.
I remember those days.
Yup.
You'd be on LimeWire and it'd take like an hour and a half to download 10 minutes.
Yep, man. The things that kids nowadays will never understand, the struggles that we had to go through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 10 minutes. No, you're on there for an hour and a half, and you get
like I said, it would
30
take
seconds.
an hour and a half to download something that was 10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, not me, not me. When I was on Napster or whatever it was, I'd be sitting there for half a day to get like 2 minutes. No, 30 seconds of something.
Usually it was like an hour for a 4-minute song. That's how I kind of, before I got cable.
Oh, we're talking about songs? Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, yeah, let's, since this is a Guitar Gear show, maybe we should work, you know. But it was just the worst. Like you'd find a song that you wanted to download, and then you download it, you waited all that time, and then it was a bogus file or something. That was the worst.
Oh, that would piss me off.
Mm-hmm.
That was the worst.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would be corrupted file. Oh, hated those.
Yep.
Uh-huh. I was working the system back then. I would trade people my own songs, you know, like my own original music for, you know, some live version of something. And so it was cool because I would search, you know, my own name on Napster and it'd be sitting right there, Johnny Beane, and then whatever the song was called, you know, sitting there on someone's hard drive somewhere in Brazil or something, you know.
And then you'd have the bands renaming. I remember, I forget what Tool album it was, but there was a new Tool album coming out soon, and you know, of course, everyone's searching for the new Tool record, and you would download the song, and it would be some other band, but they would title it, you know, Tool new album or whatever, and you'd be ticked off, you know, like, man, I just.
Oh yeah, I was on one of those things one time, and I thought I was downloading the new Star Wars trailer. For the new Star Wars movie. This would have been in 2000. It would have been that Attack of the Clones, maybe 2002 or whatever. And so I got all ready to. I downloaded it, all ready to watch it, and it wasn't that.
What was it? It was the parody version.
I can't even say what it was. It was horrible. No, it was, you know, faces of, you know what I'm saying? Those VHS tapes back in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
It was something off one of those type of things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I didn't want to see that.
Yep. LimeWire, Morpheus, all those, man. Kazaa, that's right, yep. Those were the days, man.
Yeah. I never did any of that.
Those names were all stupid.
I never did any of that.
We remember them.
WinMX. Yeah, G. Hey, G. WinMX. Yeah, I remember. I've heard of that. Yeah, but no. What really sucked is I downloaded the Police did a live concert. It was like a reunion back in '86, and they did like 3 or 4 songs. Downloaded it. Listen to it, man. This is great. All of a sudden, my computer's telling me it's infected.
Oh man!
So, yeah,
that's horrible. I remember there's a metal band from Sweden called Soilwork, and I'm trying to think what album it was. It might. I think the album was Stabbing the Drama, came out, and this was about the time that downloading, from these sites was really, really popular. I think the album came out in 2004 or early 05, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And what they did is they uploaded that album to, I guess, these platforms or whatever themselves. And each song on the album, there was like 2 times each song, some girl would come on and say, "You're listening to blah, blah, blah from the new Soilwork record, Stabbing the Drama." And twice in each song, there would be a section that said that. And I remember thinking, like, that's a great idea, because, like, before the album comes out, that's fine if you're listening to that. But once the album comes out, you don't want to listen to that anymore. You're actually going to go buy it. So I thought that was a cool way to kind of combat that,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Plus, that's a way to promote it, and that's how they know if the stuff is getting leaked around or whatever. Yep. Because that it's like watermarking audio.
Yeah.
Kind of. Hey, Michael Collins. Thrash metal.
I guess the negative thing about that is, like, whenever I do listen to that album, I still remember the spots that it happened at, and I still hear it,
Oh, I've told you guys. Yeah. I remember I was at my grandma's house. This would have been 1988, I think, watching Headbangers Ball, like at midnight on MTV, and Van Halen's Unchained from Oakland video was coming up, which I'd never seen before. I remember the first time I saw it, and I remember grabbing, it would have been one of these things, and it was AC/DC, Back in Black. I stuck, a piece of tape over the top.
Tape over, yeah.
Recorded the audio, right? Listened to it for, a million times the next day. And so now, anytime I hear, what song was it? One of the songs off Back in Black. Every time I hear that song, the part, where it jumped right into the Van Halen that I taped over. Mm-hmm. That part still is burned into my head every time I hear that. Like I still hear, like, there's a solo. All of a sudden, dun 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 dun.
Everybody up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Rackman. Yeah.
Yep. Just like with so This Is Love. Every time I hear that, I always want to say, I got my brand new Oakland scarf net here or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who else? Stan Adams. You picked up another USA PV 5150 412 for $150.
What? Where do people find these deals, man? God.
And wait, what do you mean another? How many do you have?
Oh, for a split second, I read Best Buy. I'm thinking, what? He bought that? He found that at Best Buy?
Oh, they remember when Best Buy had the music section?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever walk into one of those?
Yeah.
It was like a mini little guitar center within the Best Buy.
Yeah, I remember they tried that. I think they sold like Ernie Ball strings, if I'm not mistaken, and some other stuff. But of course, everything that was out was like in crap condition.
Mm-hmm. I think Target still has a little guitar section where you can get strings and picks, and they've got those guitars in the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Speaking of little guitars, has anybody made I know this is a dumb question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Has anybody made Eddie's little guitar replica?
Myself, no. I haven't done any of that.
You mean the little Les Paul, the mini Les Paul? Yeah, a few people have. I won't mention their names on here, but yes, I've seen a few of them on Facebook lately, especially.
What pickup was in that original mini Les Paul?
Oh, it could have been anything. It's it was like a humbucker with two humbuckers with a cover on it. They were Could have even been Gibson pickups. Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
A guy by the name of Dave Peschelet made those guitars for Eddie.
Pretty neat.
Mm-hmm.
I think David Allen Wright is friends with Dave Peschelet.
Mm-hmm. That's cool. Broken Chains is in the house. Welcome, man.
What's going in?
Let's go.
Hey, Jim Nicholas wants to know if any of us watched the Grammys.
No.
My power was out that night, and so I couldn't, even if I want.
Okay, how about this one? Your power stays on, but you have to watch the Grammys. Or you have no power and you don't have to watch the Grammys. Which one would you choose?
Oh, man.
I'd rather have no power.
Yes, me too.
Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind watching that show. You know, I heard it's a 3.5-hour show.
What?
And just to get to like the good stuff, you gotta wait 2.5 hours or something.
Well, the good stuff in the last bunch of years has been not televised. You know, they don't cover rock and roll and hard rock and heavy metal live anymore.
I heard they give away like 70 awards that aren't televised.
Jesus.
Like 70. Yeah. And the stuff you only see that's on TV is like how many awards? You know, 15?
I don't know.
Or something? Because they got all those songs and stuff in between, all those performances.
Scotty P says it's new guitar day for him.
Ooh.
Whoa.
What'd you get, Scotty?
Yeah, Bozique, I listened to Eddie Trunk's rant on the Grammys. And I mean, I agree with him, you know. Sometimes I feel like he overreacts on some things, but this, I mean,
yeah, he's become like an old washwoman is what he become.
Yeah, but I just, it does suck that, I mean, you know, these things are pop, basically it's pop music awards, you know?
Yeah.
But it's just a shame that, you know, still rock music, I mean, it takes more talent to play an instrument, to write a song than it does for, you know, and he mentioned, you know, one of the, I don't know if it was like this, I didn't watch it, so I don't know. I'm just going on what Eddie Trunk was talking about, but like, I don't know if it was like pop song of the year or pop, whatever it was. They showed the, you know, all the credits for like songwriters and and it's like 8 people, 8 songwriters. And it's like, what? For a 3-minute pop song that probably has, you know, the chorus is probably just a repeated line of whatever. Nobody's playing an instrument. It's all on the computer. And I mean, give me a break. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a shame.
Scotty P says you got a 2006 Gibson R7 gold top. Very nice. It's a 57 reissue gold top.
Nice, man.
Very nice guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
And I've never heard of Cardi B. What is that? What the hell is that crap?
I've never heard any of her music. I've just heard her name mentioned, you know, on like TMZ when I'm scrolling through my social media. But I have no idea what kind of music she is, but I'm sure I could be wrong, but I doubt I am. I doubt she writes any of her music. And I'm sure that it sucks.
And I'm sure there's auto tune on all of it.
Yeah. That's what I mean. These pop stars nowadays, they have no idea what it takes to, you know, in order to be good at an instrument, you almost have
it's a popularity contest.
Huh?
It's a popularity contest these days. It's,
yeah.
You know, the best looking and the youngest, you know.
And it's a fashion show too with a lot of this crap.
That's exactly it.
Well, I mean, a lot of these younger pop stars, they'll never understand what it takes to like actually, you know, I mean, most of us growing up playing an instrument, you know, you sit in your room hours and hours and hours a day trying to be good at something and you know, borderline being obsessed with it. To be able to, you know, play an instrument sufficiently to write songs and all this stuff. And nowadays, I mean, they're just picking these kids off the streets. Oh, you want to be a star? You want to be a star? And it's no. Now I'm getting ticked off.
Now you're getting mad. That's like this. That's
right.
like the piano for rap. You guys have seen this? Piano for rap. There. Well, I mean, it's just different times now. You know, it's a lot of it is because of the internet.
Because of the internet and because of technology.
Yeah, technology, the internet, that piano.
Yeah,
had 2 keys on it. You know, you know, you mix up the notes. Well, with 2 keys, how many times can you mix up those notes? Yeah. There's only 2 ways, and either way, no matter where you start, it's the same.
Yeah. Well, look, Ben Coombs with a great point. He said, "No more gigging in clubs for years trying to get a break." And no, none of that crap. You know, show up at a American Idol audition, you know, and if you have a good look and a good voice, next thing you know, you're on TV, and next thing you know, after that, you're on tour. And I don't want to say you haven't paid your dues, but I mean, it's kind of like, what have you earned?
Yeah, I mean, everything now it's just quick. It's quick. You know, and most of those artists, you know, the faster they rise up, you know, the next, you know, next year, it's like, who was that?
Yeah, and even the music that's winning these awards each year. I highly doubt that some of these songs that won these awards 2-3 years ago, anybody's even listening to them. I mean, I'm 41 years old, right? I still listen to most of the music that I listened to when I was, you know, 15, even younger. And that's because it's great music. And I'm sure I could speak for most of the people in the chat room, you guys, that, you know, the stuff that we grew up on, it still holds up to this day.
And the attention span of you know, the generation out there now is so quick. You know, they're scrolling through, you know, liking all the stuff they shouldn't like on Facebook, getting unfriended left and right.
Yep.
You know, in 20 years, you think they're going to be listening to the same songs they're listening to now?
No.
You know, there might be a reunion of one of those bands in 20 years. They'll be like, oh, remember that? You know,
yeah, what are they going to be listening to?
It's all going to be robots, man. Everything will be auto-tuned. Auto-tune will be auto-tuned. Hey. Hello.
Hello.
What's happening?
Hey, we can see you.
Sure.
We can hear you.
I can't hear anyone right now.
Well, we can hear you, though.
I wonder what that would sound like in auto-tune.
Let's see.
Are those arcade machines? They are arcade. He's got a Tron machine. What's
yeah, you weren't there. You weren't here last time. He has an arcade.
God help me.
Johnny, write on a pad or something. We can hear you. Wait. Let me see if I can.
I don't know if he can see us. Oh, I can do this. What
other games are those? I see Tron, but I can't make out. Oh, he moved the camera for crying out loud. Oh, is that like asteroids behind his head? Or centipede? Does anybody have anything in the meantime?
I'm in tech hell.
Johnny, you gotta present him because this is funny.
I'm trying to call him, but he's not answering.
Oh.
Stop it.
Well,
Oh,
no, it's okay. Well, as long as we keep talking.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll be okay.
Keep talking.
Oh, he just left. Oh, that's him.
That's funny. That never gets old.
No, it is a good one.
All right then. So,
Is that all we got?
bye.
What the I don't know. I mean, you guys, I've always said I listen to everything, you know.
Why
and
do we
even
call? Okay.
what? And even though I don't know who that was you're talking about, the whoever
Cardi
the
B?
Hardy D.
Cardi B. I've like I said, I've only heard her name on like social media and like TMZ posts. I've never listened to any of her music. I didn't even know it was a girl until somebody posted a picture of her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've never heard her music, but I mean, I'd listen to it. I mean, musically, I'll give anything a chance. You know, I don't know what that has to do with anything, but I don't know.
You're just showing how open-minded you are.
Yeah. Because man, no, I spent you know, like I was telling you off air, like I freak out nonstop.
Mm.
You know, I spent years just not liking certain music. You know, like I wouldn't even give it a chance. A certain song would come on the radio. Ah, that's crap. Turn it off. Certain video comes on MTV. Oh, that's lame. You know. Let's see what happens.
And now I hear everybody.
Hey, hello.
Jesus. I'm like a tech moron.
Tech moron.
Hey, tech moron.
Hey, John. What's
Every week it's like this. I got one of those new Google Wi-Fi's. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
The little Google Wi-Fi stub thing. It's like a little connects to your router.
Yeah, it's like a little appendage.
Yeah, it's like a little ding dong, and I'm the ding dong that can't hook the damn thing up. So it says, oh, it hooks up in 10 minutes. It didn't hook up in 10 minutes. It was like half hour. I couldn't figure it out. Then I can't. I don't know. Do I even look clear to you?
No.
Yeah. You look fine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have a
No,
steady
hold on.
hand?
He's not clear. He's blurry.
Am I blurry?
Yes.
Christ.
You're not terribly blurry, but you're blurry.
Am I better than last time?
No.
Oh boy.
No, he's about the same as last time.
You know what? I got a. Last time I watched the video, and I wound up looking like I froze a couple of times.
You did.
Yeah. So tell me if I freeze today, because this new Wi-Fi system is supposed to prevent that. But let's see what happens.
I don't know what happened when you froze.
Did I?
It definitely is a little laggy.
Is it lagging right now?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ.
A little bit.
Oh,
For Christ's sake.
I mean, the audio is fine. I mean, as long as the audio is good.
Yeah, no one needs to see you.
no kidding. I don't want to discourage anyone from watching, but Jesus.
Well, John, I'm kind of curious. I didn't see. I wasn't with you guys last time. I see Tron behind you.
Well, first of all, welcome back. I'm glad you're better.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's good seeing you. It's good seeing you.
Okay, so to give the quick nickel tour. So over there you have Discs of Tron.
Yes.
The sequel. Then you have Tempest right behind me. That's a multicade that has 40 something games in there, like all the Pac-Mans, the Donkey Kongs, Mario Brothers, Zaxxon, Galaga, all the classic ones. And then the other way you have the classic Tron. That's regular Tron.
Do you have to put quarters in?
No.
Remember,
If you come over my house, I got to make some money, man. These things.
remember, wasn't the old way to get to play free games in the arcade before they fixed the coin thing? Wasn't like you bring an emery board and you just slide it in the coin slot and it triggers the little switch?
You stingy bastard! Is that what you did?
I had to, it's funny, man.
I used to just go in the bathroom and blow people for quarters. I mean, I don't want to cheat the arcade, you know.
Better bring the emery board.
I thought you would just tie a string to the quarter.
No, I do that. I do that like for every other purchase I make, though.
That's a good idea, actually. You hand them the money and you just yoink, like
No,
right out of the register.
I do that when I buy guitars. I give them like a stack of hundreds, but every fifth one has a little piece of fish wire attached to it. And then like when they go to, pop in the register, it's like, whoop, that's like a little puff of dollars comes back to the floor. Yeah, it's great. I save a bundle.
Bruce says quarter-size slugs. That used to work.
Those I used to use.
Yeah, Mad Dog said coin on the string. That's funny, man.
Why don't I see the damn group chat? Why is nothing working for me? Swear, this is like relationships for me.
Test. Oh,
Dave, we have our first guitar question.
Well, what's the question? I've let my dog out.
Oh, we can wait.
Oh, okay. I see Johnny. I see Johnny putting in a high.
Oh, this is a private chat.
Okay, so what do I do here? What am I doing wrong? God damn it. Why can't I see the rest of the chat room? What do I have to do here? Son of a
Are you on
bitch.
the YouTube?
I don't even know what the fuck I'm on. I'm on Google. I'm on Google Hangouts.
Okay.
I'm on Google Hangouts. What am I doing wrong? I want to see everyone on there.
Here, I'll send you I'll send you a link to the chat.
Okay.
So you can open it up in another browser, and you'll just see the chat box.
Another
All
Brad.
right, yeah, that'll work. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm so screwing the show. This is what I do. I come on here and I just fuck the show. Everything's cruising along. We got, Van Halen guitars coming in and great conversation. All of a sudden I pop in and everything's fucked. Everything's fucked. The show comes to a grinding halt. God, this is the story of my life. It's almost like you're in the middle of getting laid, everything's working great, and all of a sudden the fucking ceiling collapses on you. You're covered in sheetrock and shit and rainwater, and this is what I am. I'm the fucking collapsing ceiling of this show. I swear. All right, where's my link? I gotta see who's in the chat room. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm fucking your show.
Actually, remember I said you can say that now. It doesn't
Yeah,
hurt
no,
you.
believe me, I'm dropping F-bombs like it's Hiroshima.
There you go. Do you see that?
I don't. This is, oh my God.
In Messenger. Oh, actually, I can do it here.
Do it here in the group, in the chat.
How did we do that?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck is everything?
Can I curse now? No, I'm afraid if I start cursing, I'll never be able to stop.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry. Should I be like network TV? Should I like keep it PG-13? Should I no F-bomb?
Well, it's too late now.
Well,
you
it's
gotta
too
keep
late.
going.
Yeah.
It's too
Can
late.
you guys rewind the show? Can we edit this?
There you go.
Did someone say fuck?
No. I'm taking advantage of the hard F.
Snickers is swearing.
My dog, yeah, my dog is allergic to that word.
Now what?
There. Do you see the link I just put in the group chat?
Hold on.
Try opening that in like a different browser.
All right, wait, hold on. I think I got it. Wait. Now I just got to reduce it and put it to the side.
That's what she said.
Let's see.
Oh my God, Mr. Cunningham, Mr. C is dead.
Oh, I see. Here we go. Okay, let's see. Shauna Marie sings. Thank you. Here we are. Okay, say something. Let's see.
Well, Dave, do you want me to read you the question from Scotty
Yeah,
P?
what was the question?
He said, Dave, after building a couple of guitars that I have done and other guitars I've replaced Floyds on, have you ever or do you find the need to shim the saddles on the Floyd for flat IR? I don't know what flat IR means.
Well, if it's a new Floyd Rose, underneath the saddles is a shim. You take that out and it flattens the saddles.
I think this is one of them right here.
Yes, that's exactly one of them. Yes.
Yep.
You just have to loosen the low E to the B string, and then just hit it on the side, and it'll shoot right out.
Shoot right out. Jesus.
Yeah, it doesn't take much.
That sounds dangerous.
So, shall we talk about Dweezil Zappa bringing the Rasta guitar to Norm's Rare Guitars?
That's a great guitar, man. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah. I thought I thought it was amazing. It's as the way Eddie gave it to him with all the gold hardware on it, and it's
the puke.
Yeah, good to see real close-ups of the guitar. The tuning pegs are all slanted. They're not straight. They're not going straight up. They're all slanted. And the reason for that, I believe, is because he didn't want to put any extra holes in it, so he just slanted so the holes in the back of the tuning pegs would go into whatever holes are in the guitar already.
I'm still trying to get this going.
All right then. Well, I guess that's it. We won't be talking about the Rasta guitar. I guess I said it all.
No, let's go to it. Don't mind my stupidity. I've only torpedoed the show so far. No, the Rasta is awesome. I mean, the idea that's Eddie's, it's like a mutt of like the best stuff. It's the original Bumblebee neck, supposedly.
It's not actually. It's
you don't
not.
think it is?
No, it was never on that guitar. It was on the Frankenstein for a while.
That's good.
But yeah, which I think is better. But it was never on the Bumblebee.
That works for me.
Yeah.
And then you got, it was the Sia guitar with the circles.
Yeah.
That thing has so much damn history.
Absolutely. 14 pounds. Jim Nicholas. The headstock was painted in 83.
Yeah,
I don't know why,
Dave says, why cover up the circle guitar?
Graphic? I don't know why they covered up the circle graphic, but I mean, that's Eddie. He just...
He got sick of it. He wasn't using the guitar anyway.
Huh?
He wasn't using the guitar anyway. It was used very rarely. It was too heavy. He didn't like it. He said that it was too heavy. It was just, not comfortable to play.
But wasn't he using it on the Fair Warning tour?
Yeah, he used it some, but not for I think he used it on the Drop D songs. Because back then, remember, there was no fine tuners on the Floyd Rose. He had to have two different guitars to play. So one was tuned regularly and one had a Drop D.
Todd, aka Soda Pop, just told me my voice is like an old kung fu movie because there's a delay. That's fucking great. I just got this whole new wireless system and it's fucking me too. Holy shit. Nothing works in my house.
Well, apparently you do.
Yeah, great. Even I can't. It looks like I'm in a kung fu movie, for fuck's sake. Maybe I gotta get a new camera. Do you think the camera has anything to do with it?
I don't know.
Ugh.
I really don't know.
God, I'm just fucked.
How heavy is your Rasta guitar, Dave?
This is probably about 8 pounds. Now, what I want to tell you about this guitar, with the original Rasta and this one including, it's a 2-inch thick body. Most bodies are 1 3/4 inches. This is 2 inches, like the original one. This one has a fine tuner bridge on it. But I just got the crown head tuners, and I have the original prototype nut and string tree, like the original. I went for the look, the way it was when Eddie owned it. Rob Johnson, on the other hand, just put all the gold hardware on it the way it looks today. He has one of these too, and he just painted his headstock as well.
Mm-hmm.
But these are original 1981 Godot crown tuners. That's a great guitar. It really is. You know, it's fun. The pickup is a shallower blade from, like, I guess 81 or 82.
Whoa.
That's very cool.
And I don't know if you can see in this light. Let's see if I can find. I don't know if you can see. Can you see any of the circles?
Yes.
Let me present.
I see your nostrils. Do your nostrils count?
Very funny.
Yep, I see a circle right where the yep.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
The big one. Let's see if you can see the big one. You see the big one on top?
Yep.
I was gonna say stand up, but that doesn't.
This is part of the.
Yeah, I see that. I see that now. I see
and on
that.
the back, let's see if you can see.
Where it says "See ya."
See you later. Let's see.
I see the A.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Later.
Well, I see outlines of letters. Dave, did you build that one?
No, my buddy Jerry Leica built this one. I built one a while ago, and the green wasn't the right color green. It was more of a lime green, and now that's the black one with the white polka dots on it. But my buddy Jerry was selling this, and I said, "Well, I don't want to build another one, so I'll just buy his." And I bought it for $800. It was really inexpensive. It's a great piece. It's a Music Craft neck. And I'm not sure who made this body, but it was custom made to be like Eddie's. And
Really cool.
Jerry painted it and put it together.
Wow, awesome, man. So what did Rob do to his?
He painted his headstock and put all the gold hardware on it, the way it looks today.
Mm-hmm. And you don't want yours looking?
No.
Like
I want mine to look more the way it did in '82.
Mm-hmm. Well, where's the vomit?
I don't have it on here, but it would be in here.
Mm-hmm.
You should see if you can regurgitate something up for authenticity, Dave.
Yeah, but like, Ed, what did you eat when you you know?
Is that the scratch and sniff guitar, as we're calling it now?
That's right.
Oh man.
Are we sure it's vomit? It could be a load. I don't even know.
They said it could be dog food. Dweezil said it could be like dog food or something. And back then he had a dog. Huh?
It could be dog shit.
Yeah.
It's just some drippy substance.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Could it be? It could
You
be
should
anything.
get one of those DNA tests done to it. You know those ones where you put it in a little vial and ship it off in the mail?
Yeah, send it off. What is this?
Just tell me what this is. Like, was Valerie Bertinelli sitting on the horn, or is this like puke from Alex, or what is it? What bodily secretion is on that guitar?
Oh man.
Blech.
Oh my gosh.
Dushy5150 asks, the Rude guitar had a non-fine tuning Floyd on it too. Is that right? Yes. He used that guitar in conjunction with the other two. You know, just it depended on which one he wanted to use. That was one of the main ones as well. Although he didn't use it a lot. He still used Frankenstein mostly on the Fair Warning tour. He, you know, how many songs did they do in Drop D on the Fair Warning tour? I don't think a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hear About It Later, So This Is Love, and Unchained were the only three that had Drop D on it for the Unchained tour.
The Unchained tour.
I mean the 81 tour.
Mm-hmm.
What'd they call that tour anyway? I don't remember. Did it have a name? Like, you know, 82 was Hide Your Sheep. 80 was the, what was it? The
80 was Invasion.
Invasion tour, yeah.
81, I think, was just Fair Warning.
Okay.
I don't know. I wasn't born yet, you know.
I was a wee sperm looking to go to the show.
Yeah. The best part of you hadn't even run down your daddy's leg yet.
Uh-huh.
It has now.
Man. So that's your favorite guitar now?
No.
The Rasta?
No, but I like it. It's, you know, I play it. I enjoy it.
Thank you, Mark Taylor.
My favorite guitar is this one right here.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I enjoy playing all these guitars. I still love them. And I still like working on them. I like making them look, you know, more like the real one. You know, there are a lot of things I'm still learning about all these things. You know, you don't back with these old guitars, there aren't that many close-ups, you know. And now, you know, now that Dweezil brought it out with the gold crowns and all, and the gold stuff on it, you kind of look back and you look harder. You know, because I didn't look hard to see what tuning pegs was on the guitar beforehand. You can tell, like, if you really look, you can tell that the original tuning pegs that were on this guitar were chrome crown Godot tuners. But I didn't think to look that hard, you know, when I first got this guitar. I just figured they were, you know, Schaller or Godot, one of those two, you know, so I had Schaller tuners on it. And, you know, then you just, you know, nowadays I look closer at these guitars to see what I missed, what I can fix to make them look more right, more correct. Also on the original guitar, I thought on this guitar it would have been a non-fine tuning Floyd. It's not. It's a replica or a copy of a Floyd Rose FRT5. That a company was making these knockoffs back then. I don't remember the name of the company, but I just was recently told that this company made exact knockoffs of these Floyd Roses, or the earlier ones that, you know, like the one that's on the 5150 guitar. And that was on this guitar with fine tuners on it. And it was apparently a good bridge too. It was a knockoff, but it was a very good quality knockoff. I forgot the name of the company. You know what? I can look it up. Give me 1 second.
Dave, what does yours weigh?
This is about maybe just under 8 pounds.
Wow.
It's not terrible.
That's really light compared to 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, and I will tell you.
We're still talking the guitar, right? When I said what does that thing weigh? We're still talking the guitar, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. No. Just want to make sure. I don't know what's in your right hand.
Oh, actually, the name of the company that made those knockoff Floyds were called Double Eagle Tremolo.
Huh. And that's what was on the original guitar?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, it was called Double Eagle.
Oh, wow.
That's cool. That's neat. I like the way that they did the Sia and all the things that are really under the tape, because if you're going to make a replica like that, to make it that accurate, that, you know, the details that you're only going to see in a little reflection of the light, that's really spot on, and that lends to how cool that is, you know.
I agree with you. You know, I kind of feel bad for Rob in a way on his guitar, although he has all that stuff on his the body of his is only 1 3/4 inches thick, because his was made before we found out that it was a 2-inch body. But and it actually, this guitar sounds great. I mean, it's very warm sounding.
What's the pickup, an X2N?
No, it's a Schaller blade. I think it was made between 81 and 83.
So raise that up. I just want to see the pickup a little bit. Okay. Okay. I think I have that on another guitar. It looks like an X2N, but I know it's a Schaller. Okay.
Yeah.
If it's what I'm thinking of, that's a really great tone.
It's a really good sounding pickup. I mean, the whole guitar sounds great.
That's cool.
It stays in tune really well. Most of my guitars stay in tune really well, though. Otherwise, I wouldn't have it.
Does it stay in tune after you beat someone in the head with it?
Well, when you come over next time, we'll try that.
All right. Just give me a couple of whacks across the skull and just see how it works.
Yeah.
Or tomahawk it across the room. Just kind of, you know, head over and just, you know, fling it.
And have it plugged in for tone.
Or let me jump off a giant Marshall stack and break my neck. Someone call 911. Hey, is the guitar still in tune?
Let's see. Let's turn this a little lower.
What, did Jay go on vacation now?
I've got a Band-Aid on my thumb. I don't really have too much control.
Yeah, chew it up.
The pick keeps on slipping out of my thumb because I got this.
You need a Swiss pick.
Yeah.
Those things are great.
Yeah, I've had one of those before. They're good.
I like them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember, I was supposed to get one of those. Remember that, John?
He didn't give you one? Oh, that's right. He didn't have any. We're having for those in the audience listening. No, we just had we had dinner with the owner of Swiss Picks, Pete Panchowski. He's a good friend of mine. I said, hey,
he's an owner?
He's the owner. Yeah, yeah.
I remember when he just worked there.
Oh no, that's his
buddy
stuff. That's his stuff. So
cool.
He's a great guy, and I go to him. I said, hey, you should give Johnny a couple of picks. So he reaches in his pocket, and he pulls out lint and a nickel and a bottle cap and an old condom wrapper, but no picks. I said, where are your picks? You're at NAMM. You should be giving out, you should be throwing them out like Halloween candy to kids. You should always have these things. And Johnny didn't wind up getting a pick. You own a pick company. When you have cargo pants full of picks, and you're at NAMM, I'd be giving them away to everyone I see picking up a guitar. Just give them a pick. Try it. Here, buy my picks. Take these. Free. How are you going to try the damn thing? He couldn't even pay for dinner. He had lint in a bottle cap. I didn't bring any money. Ah, great. No, Swiss picks are great, but I'll get you one, Johnny. I'll get you one. I have a ton of them. They're great.
Awesome. Yeah, I'd like to check them out. You know.
Let's see.
I don't want any, John. Thanks.
I'm sorry. Do you want one, Dave? You don't have one of those?
I don't have one, no. But I'll
get you one. I'll get you one.
You know, there are these things that here on Long Island called guitar stores. I'll go into one and buy one.
I'll get you one. Someone just asked. Dutchy5150 just asked about my sometime day job over at Profiles in History Auction House. Had an Eddie Van Halen guitar for auction a few years ago. Do I know anything about that guitar? Did I get to play it? Yes and yes. So this was one of the 8 Kramers that Eddie had made. And
more than 8 of them.
Well, one of the 8 ones that he was using for like recording 1984. You know, one of the red and white stripe ones that Paul Unger had built.
Mm-hmm.
And
I know which one it is.
Yeah, I think this was featured in a book, in a big coffee table book. I think it was like Kramer number 24. It was dubbed. Do you guys know what I'm talking
28.
about?
Number 28.
Yeah,
that's what's on the back plate. But the numbers never meant anything.
Right. But that's what it's been dubbed for reference. So yeah, so that particular guitar I did get to play because I was like a kid in a candy store when that came in. And that thing was terrific. I mean, it's broken into death, dirty maple, which is like my favorite thing to play on. A nice weight. Again, you know, the typical red, black, and white, you know, unfinished, you know, Helen body. And it was signed on the headstock, Eddie. And it was given to, I think, the soundboard guy who was doing the mixing for the 1984 album. I think at the end of the recording, he gave it to that guy, and he recorded a couple things on it, but I forget which songs. But it sold for like $60,000.
Yeah, it just went to auction a few years ago, a couple years ago.
Yeah, it's in one of the Profiles catalogs. If you get a chance, maybe on eBay they have a couple of them. Profiles in History catalog. It's on the cover. Great guitar. I mean, what can I say about that? You know,
I have a replica of the sister guitar. There were two guitars that were painted exactly the same, and my replica is the one of the Music Zoo guitar. Have you seen that one?
I saw the Music Zoo guitar up there. They got it in the upstairs office. I didn't get to play it, but I did.
That one doesn't play very well. It's got very high action. I think the truss rod is broken on it.
Didn't Eddie give it to like a tennis player or something? Yeah,
Vitas Gerulaitis.
Yeah, and Penis Ungalinus or whatever gave it to or sold it to over at the Music Zoo.
Right.
It's in a glass case there. I didn't get to play it. Did you? You said you did?
Yeah, I've played it. I have a lot of photos of me holding it. Yeah.
I mean, maybe it just needs a setup. I mean, it's hard to tell.
No, it doesn't set up. The action's super high.
Oh, geez, I hate that. Jim Nichols asked, "Do I own any Warren DeMartini Charvels like French Ear Snakeskin?" I don't, and it's funny. I'm friends with members of Warren's family. I've tried to buy some of Warren's guitars. He rarely parts with them. He sold a Blood Splatter Skull years ago. That was a backup guitar to his original Blood Splatter Skull, but he didn't really use it. More of a photo op guitar. And in the Hard Rock Cafe, you have the original white Frenchie and the original gray snakeskin used in the Lay It Down video. But I have not been able to get a guitar from Warren. I've asked his daughter, I've asked his cousin, both of them friends with, and he just holds on to them. He doesn't really need the money. You know, I think he sold like the Masks one, the Kabuki Masks one, but I didn't. That wasn't one I wanted anyway. But yeah, I love Warren. Warren's playing is amazing. And real quick, someone also asked, do I have Joust on my games? I do not. That's one I am missing. So I think we got all my questions. Oh wait, Last Starfighter. Love the movie, don't have the game.
That was a great movie.
That was a great movie. Yeah, I think aren't they playing a reissue of that this week in LA? I think sometime in LA they're doing Last Starfighter in the movie theater up here somewhere. On the big screen. I forgot where. Somewhere in LA.
Was there a remake of that movie?
I don't think so. I mean, not that I know of, but remake.
Huh?
Todd, aka Soda Pop. I have 6 of George Lynch's guitars. I'll show them. I'll show them the times I visit.
Do you have a guitar to show us today?
I do. I mean, let me ask you something. Do you guys want me to show what I brought, or should I like go downstairs and get a Lynch guitar?
Why don't you do both? We have time for 2.
Yeah. All right. You know what? Can I bang one out right now, real quick?
Yeah, bang it out.
Rub one out real quick.
Bang it out, bro.
Bang 'em out.
I'm going to turn off the camera. I just want to rub one out real quick. All right. I'll bang out a guitar real quick. Then I'll run over and I'll grab a Lynch guitar. How many in my collection? Over 300. So today I brought real quick a Kramer Stagemaster, an original 80. I guess it's 88. Let's get back for this one. In my favorite color, neon pink. This is a Stagemaster Custom 1, which means you have the single coil and the humbucker combo. It's got a JB Zebra, which I like. These are one of those ESP built ones in the late 80s. Neck through. Just gorgeous.
Nice.
I love the color. And they're thin. They're really thin. Look at that.
None more pink.
None more pink. Woo!
Wow.
So that's the guitar I brought to show. But I'll run down in a little bit and I'll grab one of Lynch's guitars since someone requested it.
I'd also like to see the shark, the great white shark.
Should I bring that one on, or do I want to do that today, or what do you guys think?
It's a really cool guitar. Do you guys know about? Have you ever seen Mark Kendall's great white shark guitar?
I don't know.
It looks like a shark, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Mark Kendall had a guitar made. It was a joint effort of BC Rich and J Frog. J Frog, who built the George Lynch mom guitar, you know, the Skull and Bones. So what it is, it's a shark body, and the neck is painted like a leg with the headstock being shaped like a foot wearing a sneaker. So it looks like a shark is eating the leg with the sneaker on it, and it's both made by BC Rich and J Frog.
Yeah,
So
you
I have that.
got to bring it up. You got to bring it up.
That was seen in the Lady Red Light video from Great White. If you go watch the Lady Red Light video, and he toured with it, and you know, it was pretty famous. It was in the Hard Rock Cafe for years, and I got it. So that's
Yeah,
how do you buy a guitar from the Hard Rock Cafe?
oh, ancient Chinese secret. I can't tell you that. Now this is kind of funny. I don't know the exact details of it. Mark Kendall gave it to Dick Clark. Dick Clark at one point had a chain of restaurants, sort of like a Hard Rock Cafe kind of thing, and then they got kind of taken over by Hard Rock. So they had the shark go from Dick Clark's restaurant to the Hard Rock Cafe, and it was in the Hard Rock Cafe for years.
Did they rename the club the Hard Rock Dick?
Yeah, it's the Hard Cock Cafe. And basically, at some point, I don't know what the reason was, but I guess the estate of Dick Clark got it back somehow and put it up at a private auction. And I just, zoned in on it immediately. And I told Mark Kendall, because I'm friends with Mark, and I asked him for years to sell me a guitar, and he doesn't really sell them. Nice guy, great player, but he doesn't really sell his guitars. So I asked him, I said, look, you know, I'm really going to go hard, pardon the pun, on that guitar in the bidding. And he's like, look, if, you know, I'm really upset that they're selling it, but if anyone's going to own it, I'd rather you own it because, you know, they're gonna sell it to someone. And you've been asking me for years and you're a friend. So good luck with it. So I just went to death on it and I wasn't letting that go. So I have that one right now.
The Richard Clark Cafe. No. I said the Richard Clark Cafe.
Jay, are you on my Wi-Fi?
I must be.
He's downstairs.
Can you guys see me?
He's coming from in the house.
Yeah, Jay, why don't you bring that Shark guitar up to John?
I'll tell you what. I'll give you guys a choice. I'll either bring the Shark guitar or a Lynch guitar up today. What do you guys want to see today?
Well, what Lynch guitar would it be?
This should be a surprise, shouldn't it?
The Snakeskin Gunslinger.
I would say Shark.
Yeah.
What do you say? What do you guys say?
Shark.
You want to see the Shark?
Yep.
Let's see. What does the chat want to see? Do you want to see the
John
Mark
probably John wants to see the Gunslinger.
Yeah, let the chat decide.
Yeah, I'll leave it up to the chat. Let's see what the chat says. Todd AK Soda Pop says Shark. Dutchie says Shark. Shark. Jim Nicholas. Ben Coombs wants to see the Gunslinger. Ken Stow wants to see the Shark. John BL Shark. Okay, it looks like the Shark. So just give me a minute. I'll bring that up. Give me a minute.
Oh wow, we're getting some. The heck's going on in the chat room?
I don't know. My thing crashed, so I haven't seen the chat room for like 10 minutes.
Oh,
I can't see it.
A64 T-Bird wants to see the Bumblebee. My Bumblebee. Okay, I'll do that.
What was that? What was that noise?
Let's see. I haven't tuned this since I put this bridge on here. Let's see if it's still in tune.
open the case.
You guys raping a cat while I was gone?
What?
Were you guys raping a cat while I was gone?
Dave, what are you tugging on?
His wing bar.
I'm tugging on that.
There you go.
Ain't tugging on.
Ain't tugging on my pie.
Still in tune.
All right, so what's going on? What are we showing here, boys?
All right, so I have the Shark. I didn't want to interrupt Dave. I didn't know what he was talking about.
Show it.
Okay, so again, Great White. Watch the Lady Red Light video. You'll see Mark Kendall playing this guy.
Yes.
Look at that toy.
Oh my God.
So there's the Shark body, right? You see it's signed by J Frog down over here.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like board shorts painted on, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's the leg with the sneaker. And the little band-aid. The little band-aid on the if you look closely, there's like leg hair.
Oh wow.
And then
That's so cool. That's one of the coolest guitars in rock and roll.
And one of the things about it is it originally was carved by Dan Lawrence over at BC Rich. And then Mark thought it looked a little like a dolphin, so he gave it to J-Frog to kind of partly recarve. So between Dan Lawrence and Johnny Frog, this is what it came out like. And it looks pretty badass. It's got an EMG, I think it's an 81. It plays real nice.
Let's see the back of that thing.
And what's interesting is if you look on the back, this is the Hard Rock Cafe inventory code.
That's so funny.
Isn't that wild? Yeah, no, Mark was kind of freaking out that they were selling it. So there you go. Lady Red Light video of Great White, and I
can't believe they sold that. I mean, I'm glad for you that they sold it, but I can't believe they sold that.
Great. It's really hard to get stuff out of the Hard Rock Cafe. This is one of 2 guitars that I got out of there. And, you know, I mean, they just don't sell stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So.
That is neat, man.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to share with everyone.
Cool. Send it over to me.
Wow.
I will. It's swimming over to you now. Here it comes, Nesdol. It's swimming on over.
Going to take a long time, especially you know, there's really no bodies of water from your end to my end.
Ben Coombs wants to know: did they offer it back to who donated it first?
No, because it was given from Mark Kendall to Dick Clark. Yeah. And Dick Clark technically gave it to Hard Rock Cafe. So Dick Clark's dead. So the estate, I guess the estate of Dick Clark basically went to the Hard Rock Cafe and said, hey, we want this back. And if you didn't sell it to them, if you kind of like loaned it to them, you can technically get it back. So I guess they, you know, saw the money aspect of it and said, hey, we want it back. And then they, you know, popped it up for auction.
Yeah. But that does kind of suck for, you know.
Oh, well, listen, you know, Mark said to me, he's like, you know, that thing was like in the Hard Rock Cafe for like 30 years, you know, and now it's like, you know, he's happy I have it because I like to share it on the internet. And he says, I want fans to see it. So I do post it on, you know, websites. I bring it on here. You know, I show photos of it that you probably wouldn't get to see at the Hard Rock Cafe. Because they don't always hang everything up either. They keep a lot of crap in storage, you know, and then it's just gone. It's out of everyone's sight. So, you know, Mark basically said, look, at least with you, I know the fans are going to get to see it. You know, plus I've nagged him for years to sell me one. So, you know, that gets me off his back in that way too.
Yeah, and the fact that, you know, somebody that really does appreciate it and wants it has it. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. No, he loves that, and you know, I love that too. And you know, he basically said to fans, look, at least it's in the hands of a fan that knows what it is. He's a friend of mine. He's a huge Great White fan. And you know, like I said, I loved Great White like way back in the day. You know, he's a monster player, you know? And I love sharing that with people. I love sharing my whole collection with everyone online, you know? I want people to get it.
Caleb, hey now.
Hey now.
Hey, man.
Hey, Caleb.
What's going on?
Going in.
Caleb's here. Stop the show. Caleb's here.
Nerd hate.
Man, that's a cool guitar, man.
Thank you, man. All right, so there you go. There's my two guitars contribution for today.
Okay, bye.
Non-celebrity.
Awesome. Now can we watch you play Joust?
Yeah. I don't have Joust. Listen, the last time I played Joust was in prison with my cellmate. Hey, did any of you guys hear, you know, Kiss played the Whiskey the other night out here in Los Angeles. I heard they started playing in the street or something. Did anyone hear this?
I saw pictures of it on Facebook. In costume, they were in makeup, right?
Yeah, they were in full makeup. They were playing the Whiskey, which they've never played, part of their Farewell Forever tour. And I think they started like walking down the street playing a song or something.
Wow.
I heard it was very cool.
There's got to be video.
There's got to be video. I mean, I haven't looked at it yet. I just heard about it today. I haven't looked it up, though. Dave, you said you saw something?
I just saw pictures on Facebook about it.
And what was it? They were playing in the street?
I don't know. I don't know if it was the street or the pictures were far away, but I saw Paul Stanley playing, you know, a new Iceman. So.
Oh, that's cool. I like those things. The Icemans. You know what I don't like? I don't like the older Icemans that have the little jack on the face. Insert joke here. But you know, I like the side jacks, because when you have the jack on the face, you have to plug it in. It's like this crazy wire coming out the front. It's like, I don't know who thought of that, but
yeah, I'm with you.
I love Icemans except for that.
But
A64. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the broken mirror Iceman is the coolest, man.
Oh, those things are awesome. He had a Warlock
anything
like
broken. Anything broken mirror is cool.
Yep.
Any guitar. A64 T-Bird asks Dave Gilmour, is Dave Gilmour's Stratocaster going to go for $150,000? Dave, can you please predict how much you think David Gilmour's black Strat is worth to a collector? It's worth what someone's willing to pay for it. That's all I can say.
We should make notes of what we each think the black Strat's going to go for, and that white Fender Strat that's 0001.
Well, that's going to be the one that goes for the most, and I think
that's what I think.
I think that'll go for $500,000.
That's what I think. I think about $400,000 to $500,000 for the white Stratocaster, and maybe like $200,000 for the black one.
Yeah,
what do you think?
$200,000 for the black one is what I think. That seems to be that seems to be the going price for Star's guitars these days, anyway.
What was that for Pink Floyd? I mean, that's such a legendary.
Well, I mean, that's an A-list star. That's, you know, David Gilmour is like, it may as well be Eric Clapton. It's the same thing.
Yeah. What do you, Johnny J? What do you guys think on the white and the black Strat? Take some guesses here. Let's place our bets.
I'm not the person to ask about that type of stuff, man. I have no.
Take a guess. I mean, the white Stratocaster is supposedly the first Fender Strat with the body carve. You know, serial number 1.
It's not, though. It's not. No, the first Strat was a Sunburst, and it was serial number 100. That was the very first Fender Stratocaster.
But did it have the body carve though?
Yes.
So what's the deal? I heard that that Fender.
They never really went in the very beginning. It was like Kramer. They just, you know, took parts out of bins. There was no rhyme or reason which guitar was number 1.
Six String Planet's guessing $1 million for the black Strat.
No way.
Nah, it's
no
not
way.
$1 million. The only guitars I could see breaking $1 million, Eddie's original Frankenstein. I could see that, and maybe like one of Randy Rhoads' original guitars.
Maybe, but I mean, think of it this way: Eric Clapton's Blackie didn't go for $1 million. It went close,
right,
but it didn't go for $1 million. So there's no way David Gilmour and Strat is going to go for $1 million.
Yeah, I got to agree with that, man. I totally do. Anthony says Kiss is just walking across the street to the Whiskey a la Abbey Road.
Six String Planet, he says, it's Gilmour. Yeah, so?
No,
Eric Clapton is much bigger than Gilmour. Gilmour's big. He's huge. Great guitar player. I'm not taking anything away from him. But he's not more popular than Eric Clapton. No matter what you say. And Clapton's main guitar, all through the 70s and into the mid-80s, the guitar that made him, made him popular, or the guitar that he became popular with, didn't go for $1 million. So that guitar is certainly not going to go for $1 million.
Ken Stowe says Hendrix Strat was $1 million. Jimi
He was
Hendrix
he's a dead guy. Yeah, Hendrix is a dead guy, number one. Number two, he's an innovator like Eddie Van Halen. He's
Legend.
in the same league that Eddie Van Halen is in.
Legend. What would Page's Les Paul get? Ben Coombs wants to know. That's a great
That
question.
would be over $1 million too, because first of all, it's a 58 Les Paul, number one,
Yeah.
which would bring it a $500,000 anyway. And it's
Just
Jimmy
on its
Page's
own.
guitar.
Yeah, just on its own, it's like 400,000, 500,000.
Yeah.
Probably. Brendan B. Squared. Holy crap, Hendrix is dead?
Jesus.
Hey, man, stop smoking the ganja. You'll know everyone who dead. Nah, I don't think Slashes would get $1 million.
No way.
No way. Nah. First of all, Slashes isn't even a real Les Paul.
Well, he's got a lot. He's got quite a few original 59s.
But I think he's talking like Slash's main guitar.
It's not. Yeah, it's not a real. It's not even a real Gibson. It's not a.
Yeah.
It's not a real Gibson.
What is it? A Derrig? Derrig?
Either that or Max. Maybe it's a Max.
I thought it was a Derrig, if I'm pronouncing that right. But it's not. It's not an actual Les Paul. It would go for money. The one that he recorded, Appetite for Destruction, but it wouldn't. It wouldn't go for $1 million. I mean, Slash is great, but not like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hey, Clayton. That's right, man.
A64 T-Bird says, Dave, why wouldn't Fender want that thing? Anyone who buys it has an instant museum. Because Fender's in the business of making money, not giving money away.
Mm-hmm. Well, they could just make one.
Yeah, well, they have. They make it now. They make a custom shop copy of it.
Oh, Brendan Buttcheek says, what about Stevie Ray Vaughan's guitar?
That's another guitar that may
That's a
be
good
$1
one.
million guitar.
Yeah.
That's a good one. And again, because he's dead, that's part of it. Slash has already been offered $750,000 for the Chris Derrick. 802 Blues says, is that true? $750,000? Who's the idiot?
802 Blues, we're not talking about just guitars on their own accolades. Yeah, because a 58V or a 58 Explorer, they're $1 million guitars on their own. We're talking about stars guitars, your celebrity guitars.
Yeah, and that, I mean, it's a great guitar, but it's a knockoff of a Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
Gilmore's Black Strat will go for more than Clapton's. I'm curious to see it. Look, I mean, my prediction on the Black Strat is about 200,000. That's my guess. And maybe
That's
I'm
what
wrong.
I'm thinking it'll go for too.
Well, what songs did he use that guitar on? Like any of those songs that you hear every day on classic radio?
Of course.
Yeah, no, he
But it's the
toured
same
with
thing
it a
with Clapton.
bunch. And,
Clapton recorded Cocaine with the Black Strat. He recorded everything on Layla with that Black Strat.
Mm-hmm.
That's Dutchie 5150 is saying Billy Gibbons has been offered $5 million for Pearly Gates by a Japanese collector. I can see that because Pearly Gates on its own is already like $600,000 with nothing, and that's a legendary Les Paul. And again, the Japanese collectors, they're nuts. They're just nuts.
They are, because they'll hold on to it forever.
Well, that's
64 T-Bird. I understand what you're saying. Yes, the Blackie guitar sold 10 years ago during a recession. I get that. But Gilmore's Strat is still not that big. It's a big deal, but it's not that big of a deal. It's not going to go for more than $200,000.
Or in the 200s, I could see, but I don't think it'll break 3. Hey, Sean Zimmerman, shout out.
If I was a billionaire, I would offer Eddie Van Halen $10 million for 5150. You know what I mean? It's like it all depends on who wants it and how much money they have.
And you'd be crazy to buy a guitar that is going to just be a wall hanger because you can't.
But what I'm saying is if I was, $10 million to a billionaire, it's like, it's no big deal. I'm just saying, you got these, like you said, the Japanese, collector or whatever. He's probably got an unlimited amount of money. So why not just offer up some ridiculous amount and say, screw it?
If I was a billionaire, I'd have like a Scrooge money bin. I just have a pool of like gold coins I dive into. I wouldn't even care about guitars. I'd be swimming in a gold pool.
Oh, that'd be painful, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Swimming?
I never understood that. In the cartoon, going to DuckTales, in the cartoon, Scrooge dives into a pool of gold coins. In reality, he'd break his fucking skull.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, didn't he spit him out when he came up? Like he was spitting out water?
Yeah, holy shit. You're a duck.
Right. 802 Blues is correct. Gilmore's Black Strat started off as a Rosewood Neck 69 Strat, 68 or 69. Now it has a mid-80s USA, American regular USA maple neck on it. A guitar that's maybe $1,000 if you bought it today.
And again, here's the thing about celebrity guitars, and I'm speaking as someone who collects them. The thing about celebrity guitars, it doesn't matter if they're modded. It doesn't matter if they're mutts. You're buying that person's guitar.
Yeah.
You're not buying specifically, okay, here's a 59 Les Paul that someone played for the instrument. You're buying that artist's guitar modified for that artist. And that's what makes it special. So yeah, it's a mutt, it's repainted, all that, but you're buying his guitar. That's what you're paying for.
Yeah, and when you guys are talking about Slash, like that isn't a real Gibson. Like, if I was a huge Slash fan, I'd be like, I don't care what it was. That's the guitar he played those songs on. That's all that matters.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's all it's about. That's what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with Frankenstein. Frankenstein originally was a $130 guitar.
Yeah.
Originally $130.
Uh-oh.
30. But here's the thing. You have to still add value. If Slash's Les Paul was a real 59, you're starting at $500,000 to start. Then add for it being Slash's. The fact that it's like a $10,000 replica Les Paul, you're just paying for it being Slash's guitar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Are you guys seeing what
that's where something like Pearl 8s is, worth, over $1,000 because on its own.
I think Jonathan reached his F-bomb limit. He's being punished by Google right now.
Am I frozen? What happened?
You were kind of frozen. You're really slow.
Oh God. I do everything. I do everything trying to fix this technical nightmare.
Well, gentlemen, I got to split.
It's 8:40, dude. Oh, it's 9:40.
9:40. Yeah, Jeannie starts a new job tomorrow, so she has to leave the house at like 5 o'clock.
On your shoulders?
Huh?
What does her job have to do with you leaving?
Because I got to put Ellie to bed. She and Jeannie has to go to bed now, so I got to go put Ellie to bed.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God. Crack that whip.
What was that?
You know what the hell's going on over there? Well, you guys stay on.
Yeah, we'll keep going for a few.
Don't end the fun on account of me leaving.
Yeah, well, they stopped the fun when I got here, so they might as well. Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, Jay, great to see you, man.
Good to see you guys,
dude. Some Dave dude. Well, Jay, put her to sleep if you know what I'm talking about.
What, my daughter?
He's saying take her and put her down like you would a dog.
Oh God.
Hey, Lando. Good to see you. Oh, goodness.
All right. Everybody have a great night.
Have a good one, Jay.
Good
And you have
seeing
a great
Jonathan.
wife.
Dave, Johnny, I'll see you guys Friday, I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, some Dave dude says, no, your wife.
Oh, okay. No, she's putting herself to bed tonight.
A couple of lewds and some vodka kills the pain.
Shh, shh. Don't tell her my secret.
Oh.
All right, boys. Everybody have a great one.
Have a good one,
Talk
man.
to you later.
All right. See you, Jay.
Bye.
And like Survivor, then there were 3. The tribe has spoken.
Oh, we can see you now.
What, you can see me better now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
your reception's better.
Now that Jay's not here, my reception's better?
Yeah.
What is he? He's fucking on my reception?
Well, he was just downstairs,
Listen,
though, wasn't he?
If Nesdal signs off, I'll be in 4K. See my stupid ass in high def. Oh, man.
Hi, Def.
High def. High def. High def.
Oh my
Wow, you do that
God.
really well.
Yeah. Johnny Beane, favorite guitar you saw at NAMM?
Oh, here we go again.
Hey, we just had NAMM. It's okay.
Citizen Kane. I liked the EVH Shark, of course. That was awesome. Man, there's so many. There's so many. I really liked the John Cruz the Strat or whatever it is, or remember the HM Strat? You saw that one, John, didn't you?
Which one now?
The one he made, John Cruz from Fender. He made a replica.
Oh, of the HM Strat, of the old HM Strat.
Yeah.
I did see that. That was cool. I like those. Those guitars were dynamite.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember the shop I used to work in. We had one of those, years ago, and those are pretty good playing guitars. They felt pretty good.
No, those necks were dynamite, and that was such a departure for Fender because they were just doing nothing in the 80s. Nobody wanted to play a Fender Stratocaster, and then they came out with the HM Strat, and all of a sudden they had a little hot rodded version for the for the shredders, and they were great. Bang for the buck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Made in Japan, right? Back then?
I don't
they
think
were
so.
made
I think weren't those USA? I think those were USA back then.
I don't know. I don't think so.
I thought they were.
Well, the John Cruz one was definitely USA.
Well, yeah, duh.
Yeah, no, Dave, I thought those were made in like Texas, I want to say, or something.
Let me see.
I don't know.
Why am I Googling? The chat can Google everything for us. Where were those guitars made, you guys? The Fender HM Strat.
Fender HM Strats of the 80s. Where were they made? Let's see. Corky is here on the pink hat, Mad Dog says. I love my pink hats.
Mm-hmm. Is that your only one?
No, I got like 6 of them. I got like
same?
pink hats, pink scarves, pink sneakers. I mean, I do appearances. I like always show up wearing something pink.
Mm-hmm.
But I like pink beanies. I like scarves.
Mm-hmm.
Japan. JG's House of Jam said Japan, and Sean Zimmerman says USA. Did they make them in both? Which is possible.
I thought they were made in Japan. A64 T-Bird. A64 T-Bird says, Dave, will the Dave Gilmour guitars be signed, or can you get them signed? And does the signature help or hurt the guitar? Dave, do you know the rules? I don't know the rules. I personally don't think a signature helps these days unless you actually have visual proof like a video of the guy signing the guitar. I don't think it actually helps the price these days. It used to, but not really.
Yeah, I mean, I got to agree with that. Usually something like that, you want some sort of paperwork showing provenance, you know, a certificate of authenticity signed by the owner, a letter of provenance coming with it. And if you're going to have a guitar like that signed, don't do it on the back. Don't do it on, you know, try to do it. I usually recommend on the inside of like the trem cover or electronics cavity cover, something like that. And that's just a personal thing, but it doesn't really help the value on a guitar that historic.
Yeah,
it's a personal thing.
That's right.
And you definitely need proof that it's signed by the person.
Yeah. Yeah. And I would rather it be on a piece of paper, like a legal piece of paper stating what the guitar is and then the signature. I wouldn't do it on the guitar. You know, back in the 80s and 90s, people used to think signing a guitar would bring more money. It doesn't. All it does is make it makes it less believable to whoever's buying it that it's even real. I've had guitars signed by Eddie Van Halen that I've sold, and you know, people question that. They question everything. People these days question everything. It could be real as the day is, you know, as the sky is blue. But the minute you put a signature on a guitar, people question it. And you don't want to be you don't want it questioned. You know, it's just a headache. It's more of a headache than anything.
Yeah, and again, I mean, you have guys like George Lynch that love signing guitars, and you know, if you can get a photo of him signing it, that's really great. But even if you don't, just sign it somewhere inconspicuous and just do it for yourself. Don't do it to increase the value of the guitar. I mean, it's not a stretch of the imagination that George Lynch signed a guitar. He does it all over the place. But it's a little harder to get someone like Eddie's signature, you know. And if you have a little provenance, that helps, and that's cool. But it's not, you know, making the guitar great. It's just a personal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
I have a signed guitar.
Who's it signed by?
By Andy Summers. You know, the Police.
How do I know? Because no one wants Andy Summers' signature. It's signed by, like, you know, one of the new kids on the block or something. It's probably real because that's devaluing your guitar.
Uh-huh.
No, that's cool. That's cool to have Andy Summers' signature. Not one that's faked a lot, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When it says Randy Rhoads 2010, good luck, you know, then you know something's wrong. Something's probably amiss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, when I got that guitar signed, it was just for me, you know. He actually told me, he's like, please don't sell this on eBay, you know. And I filmed it too.
It won't go for much to begin with.
Yeah, and the next day it was listed anyway.
I filmed it. It's on the channel here. Search Andy Summers, you know, signs guitar, and you can watch the video.
Oh, that's fun.
But I he signed it on the front of the guitar, and then he also signed it on the back of the headstock too.
Now you can wipe off the front, like I did with Van Halen.
Oh.
I committed sacrilege by wiping it off the front of the guitar, just because it had a signature on the back.
Was that the? That wasn't the
That's the golf tournament Rhodes he signed.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's right. I think I was telling you there's a video of that.
I'd like to see that. Is the video having him sign it on the front or the back? Probably the front, right?
I think I have that video. Like I've had it for like years, because this was years ago, right?
Right.
Like
yeah, it was like 95.
Was it that long ago? Okay.
I think it was like 92 on the front and 95 on the back.
Wait a minute. Okay, maybe that's a different video. I'm thinking of a video of him signing a guitar, and it was like 2002 or something.
Maybe then it was 95 on the front and 2002 on the back.
But now I'm thinking there was another video of another guy having him sign a guitar, and it was like at like a golf course or something.
That's it. That's it. I may have the dates wrong, but it's the only time I've ever seen him sign a Jackson Rhodes. You know, because he doesn't play one. That's Randy's guitar. You know, and other guys, but it's not Eddie's guitar. So you know, he signed it on the front 1 year. And there's documentation of that. And then another year he signed it on the back. And I'm looking at it. I just didn't like the signature on the front. So I took some photos of it, and then I took a little turtle wax, wiped it off the front, and just kept the signature on the back. I mean, how many times does it need to be signed by Eddie?
At least another time.
Yeah, one more time. I'll have him sign the bottom.
Right.
Dave, do you have any signed guitars?
Not anymore. I don't.
What do you have?
I had a Ibanez DNA signed by Steve Vai.
Okay.
I had a PV Wolfgang that Eddie signed for me when I hung out with him in 2008, and I had a Frankenstein that I built that he also signed for me. I'm sorry, in 1998. Both times.
That's cool.
I had, what else did I have? I think that's all that comes to my mind. I don't think anyone else has signed guitars. Steve Vai, when I brought him the DNA, he didn't want to sign it. He was like, I can't sign this guitar. It's going to be worth so much money. I was standing in line at one of his shows, and I brought him a guitar. He says, you really want me to sign this? It may actually devalue the guitar, because this guitar is going to be worth a lot of money. At the time, I think I paid $3,000 for the guitar.
There you go.
And now they're going for big money. And he was like, I don't think I want to sign this guitar. And I asked him, please. So he signed the back of the headstock. And he was like, you know, he's like, I think it's a mistake that I signed this guitar for you. But he did.
I think the best place, like I said, inside a cavity cover, so it doesn't wipe off. It's not so conspicuous. Use like a paint pen. I always walk around NAMM with like some cavity covers and a paint pen, because like, you know, if I have a guitar that, you know, like, you know, George Lynch owned, whatever, I don't have a problem with him signing it as long as the signature's hidden. You know, yeah. I think it's cool. I like that for me, you know. I mean, I've had a lot of artists sign their own guitars, but in an inconspicuous place that you have to really, you know, take apart the guitar to see.
Yeah. Ben Coombs asked how Eddie liked my Frankie. He thought it was cute. It wasn't really an exact replica. I was just learning how to do it back then. I do have a picture of it with the signature, though. If you give me a second, I'll show it to you guys.
Did you show Eddie a Frankie?
Yes, it was Little Frank at the time.
Oh, the cocktail Frankie?
It was only Cocktail Frank. Yeah.
Oh, boy. Ain't talking about love.
Here's the signature. Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then here's the signature of the PV Wolfgang.
Can't see it. Okay. Yeah, Eddie's got a cool signature. I like when he puts like Van Halen and the date. And
this was the week that I hung out with him, and he said, "Thanks for everything, David." Eddie Van Halen.
That's cool. And you had did you know he was going to write your name on there?
No, I didn't. You know, I didn't, because he didn't do it in front of me. I left my guitar, both my guitars, in his hotel room because we went out that one evening. Yeah.
What is that? I'm sorry. You went at it in his hotel room?
No, we went out.
Oh.
We went out. So I left my guitars in his hotel room. we went out, and he said he'll sign him, and I can get him the next day when I come back. And that's what I did. We went out for the night, and then I took a train home from after that, and the next day I got him back. What?
Van Halen ran a train on you? I'm getting a little static. I don't know what you said. All I heard was hotel room. Van Halen ran a train on me. Eddie left some DNA, something like that. Is his signature?
No, I think you're thinking about your life. You're the one wearing the pink hat.
Hey, there I am. Pink and proud, my friend.
Mm-hmm. There goes Johnny. Every time I mention me hanging out with Eddie Van Halen in '98, he leaves.
Oh, not this story again. It's exactly Halen Hangout Show.
It's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is.
You're friends with Eddie. I know. You hung out with him. I know. It happened again. I know. Let me guess. You went to the restaurant. Eddie had a cheeseburger, no tomato, because that's his thing. I know. You had the blintzes. I know. It's the Van Halen Nesdal story. I know. I know. You had ketchup. He had mustard. It was kind of weird on a burger, but this is his thing. I know it all. You wound up in a hotel, ran a train. It's a DNA guitar, all that stuff.
Oh, you're a dick.
I love you, man. I love you.
Same thing. I love you too. Absolutely. I always get made fun of, and that's fine. I think.
Hey, listen, I get made fun of too.
It's because I'm fat and bald. That's what it is. Make fun of the fat bald guy.
Hey, I make fun of myself more than anybody on this show.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What is that about your head? What? No. Listen. No one's self-deprecating like me.
I'm just kidding.
I love you, man.
I know.
Not like Eddie loves you, but I love you.
We good?
Are we good? What time is it?
10 o'clock.
Oh, it's exactly. It's that time.
It's that time. It's time that everyone's had enough of this bullshit. My screen image is freezing up. My words are blurred. Wasting everyone's time.
All right. So we're good? I guess we're good.
I think we're good, right?
Whenever you guys are. I'm good when you're good.
I'm good when you're good. You guys have to say. Todd, aka Soda Pop. Irish goodbye. Bink.
Yes.